So German is a language you want to learn. Well, that's what this channel is here for. For this video, I want to go through the basic phrases in German, as well as phrases that you might need to use. On this channel, I'd like to make videos teaching German and Japanese, and hopefully expand it to Korean and Russian as well. Now, one quick thing I'd also like to mention is that I'm also still learning these languages, and so I want to mention the R in German. Now, the R in German is usually you can roll it, however, I actually can't roll my R's. But there's another way to pronounce it, and when I've used it with Germans, they can understand me just fine. So as long as they can understand you, everything should be all good. Pronunciation in German, like in many other languages, is important, but I'll make a separate video on that and on the alphabet. But anyway, what better time to learn a new language? So, du willst Deutsch lernen? Los geht's! So let's start off with the very basic phrases that you'll definitely need. Gutentag, which can mean hello or good day, is a good way to greet someone. An example could be when you're looking for something. Gutentag. Wo ist das Hotel? Auf Wiedersehen, which means goodbye. There's also another way of saying bye, and that is tschüss. From what I know and what I've seen, you can use either of them. Bitte. This means please, and it's obviously important to know as everyone needs to have good manners. Danke is the word for thanks, obviously very important to know that. So for your welcome, I have seen both of these used, or actually three of them. I've seen bitte schön, bitte sehr, but also bitte when someone says thanks, or danke. I suppose you can use what you would like, and as long as people understand what you're saying, you'll be all good. It's only when you say something that doesn't make sense or something that's completely wrong when people will help you out, and don't worry, they will help you out, you're not going to get harassed. Ja und nein is yes and no. They're simple, everyone knows them ones. Entschuldigung und entschuldigen Sie. I've seen both of these used as excuse me or I'm sorry. You can also use es tut mir leid for I'm sorry, but I stick with the first two. Ich verstehe nicht means I don't understand. Einen Moment bitte is one moment please. The words for a and one are very similar, but sometimes the same from what I've seen, but it would have the same meaning in this phrase. Hilfe is just help. Wie viel kostet das means how much is this, so use that if you want to buy something and you don't know how much it is. But make sure you know the numbers, otherwise they will respond with 12 Euro and you will say ich verstehe nicht. Wo ist die Toilette is where's the toilet. Prost is used when saying cheers. It's when you toast your drinks. Ich heiße, which is I'm called or my name is, and then your name obviously. Don't just say ich heiße and then not your name because that would be awkward. Sprechen Sie Englisch oder sprichst du Englisch? You can use either of these, but I'm pretty sure saying sprechen Sie Englisch is more formal and polite. But these just mean do you speak English? And of course, if English is your second language and you feel more comfortable with another language, you can change English for others like Japanisch, Französisch, Italienisch, Russisch, Koreanisch, and Spanish, and so on. Wie heißt du is what's your name. Wie geht's oder wie geht's dir both mean how are you, and if someone asks you this, then you can just say gut danke, which is good thanks. Now there are plenty of ways to say nice to meet you, and I'll make a separate video for that, but from what I've also seen and heard, it's not very common to say nice to meet you in German, or in Germany for that matter. Wie komme ich zu can mean how can I get to and then the place. And if you want to ask what something means, you can just say was bedeutet. If someone asks you if you speak German, then you can reply with ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, which is I speak a little German. You can say verstehen Sie mich, which is do you understand me? And if you want someone to speak more slowly, then you can either say könnten Sie bitte langsamer sprechen or langsamer bitte, which means could you please speak more slowly or slowly please. I would stick with the first one, it just sounds more polite. Like I said before, you should make sure you know some numbers. So here is 1 to 12 in German. 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9, 10 is 10, 11 is 11, and 12 is 12. Now if you want to ask if a place accepts or takes credit cards, then you would say nehmen Sie Kreditkarten, which is do you take credit cards. This is because cash is still very popular in Germany from what I've heard, so it's good to ask this. You can say welches Wurst empfehlen Sie, which you could use when you're at a restaurant and you don't know what type of food to have. This just means which sausage would you recommend, so you can ask that to the waiter or waitress, but you can swap the word Wurst, which is sausage, for anything else of course. But yeah, so that's where I'm going to end it today for this video. This is the first video I've made on this channel, so I hope people will watch it, enjoy it, and I hope it helps some people out. Now, I'm not an expert on German, but this is a language that I enjoy learning, and I just really wanted to help others out, and maybe we could go along together learning this language and other languages. If anyone enjoyed the video, then please consider sticking around for the next. Danke fürs Aufpassen, and I'll see you later.